It's 4:15 AM, almost an hour before sunrise, and we're starting the hike at the North Kaibab trail. Here's our mining friends with their little lights.
I've got my camera, but my fingers are too cold to use it.
I'd like to say for the record right now, it is impossible that it'll be too warm later on.
Yeah.
There'll be no such thing as too warm.
You having fun yet?
We've not been walking long now, maybe half an hour. Come down this far, and it's already much warmer.
Warm now.
We're at the first rest stop for the sandwich. Just behind me, you can see the first bit of sunshine hitting the Grand Canyon, ready to warm it up. So we're going to have a bite to eat, a little drink, and then carry on. So this is what awaits us, and all I can say is I'm really glad we're going downhill. We're still in the inner canyon here, and we've come to a really beautiful spot. There's just rocks everywhere, and we're going down a very steep path that winds around the rocks. And down below me there, we've got the Bright Angel Creek. There's a bridge down there. We're going to cross it. We're going to cross that creek 5 or 6 times on our way down, but it's really just spectacular view here.
Hang on, let me see. Don't move. Man, that thing is buzzing.
It's said that this shirt, no matter how much it's worn, can never smell. I'm going to put it to the test this time. Some hikers coming up. This will be our fate in a few days.
We're going up the easy side.
Okay, we've got it on camera. Richard says it's going to be easy.
I said the easy side, it was relative.
Well, it's not much past 7 in the morning, and the sun is up in the sky, and we're about to enter it just over there. Well, we've been in the sun about 5 seconds, and look what's already come out. The hat.
Promise you won't show that to anybody.
We've been going maybe 3.5 hours now, and we've come to this little ranger station right on the trail. It's got flush toilets and running water, and it's right by the creek here. It's not what any of us were expecting down here. It's been a good hike so far. Most of it's been in the shade, so we certainly benefited from starting really early and getting into the cold weather, but we had a chance to refill water and continue on to Cottonwood.
Did we find out who lives in a house like this?
David, it's over to you. We've been hiking 4.5 hours and we finally caught sight of our final destination, the South Rim. It's all the way over there. Jeez. We're at Cottonwood campground, which is about halfway down, and it's starting to heat up, about 85 degrees now. Now John, how would you describe the taste of the water at the Grand Canyon?
Sulfury. Oh, yeah. Tastes like sulfur.
Really nice, it tastes disgusting. So, we have stuff to put in the water which makes it taste equally strange, but
That's disgusting.
yeah, less disgusting. You can tell he's enjoying it.
Oh, not good, eh?
Oh, that's rough.
You don't like that? That's alright, I think they're okay. Dad, have you had one yet?
I'm not that desperate yet. No.
I think I've eaten 3 of these before I've touched the beef jerky.
Alright.
Oh yeah.
We've all bought a few snacks, but John, can you just hold up your snack pack?
This is after eating half of it, too. Yeah.
Jumbo bag.
That's to eat around the campfire.
The trail's been following Bright Angel Creek for a little while now, and we're in a very open area. It makes you feel very exposed. It's just us and the sun beating down on us. And this behind me is Ribbon Falls. So nice.
Yeah. It's amazing what you gotta do to take a shower around this place.
So it's 11:30. We've been going 7 hours and we've walked just over 7 miles. Impressive.
We're doing a good job of sticking to our estimated 2 miles an hour pace.
Yeah, I thought 7 hours was what we'd need to get to Phantom Ranch. So we've still got a long way to go. Maybe we should get on with it. We've reached a bit of a problem here. We're trying to take a shortcut back to the North Kaibab trail. Turns out we need to ford the river. So John is trailblazing the way. I'm thinking it's not a good idea and he says let's go for it. So let's see how it goes. Right, well, one of us has got to cross. He looks in total pain and pretty wet. Guess the rest of us have got to try it now. This is a sensible way of doing it, despite John offering me a flower. I have nice dry boots, thank you very much.
Oh my gosh. I think we might have to put you in the girls' dormitory tonight.
He's strawberry and banana.
As Richard said, he's queuing in.
Oh, delicious.
So, this isn't sweat, or at least not all of it. John has been down to the creek and appears to have thrown himself in it. And we're going to see how long it takes for him to be completely bone dry. Oh, soaked.
Part of it is sweat.
I wish I hadn't touched it now.
My shirt is now completely dry. It took about 15-20 minutes. Might have to bathe again.
We're coming into an area now known as the Box, which is big towering cliffs, pretty dark in colour, where it can get a bit hotter. Fortunately, there's a nice little breeze running through here at the minute, and we've got the stream which seems to cool things down. So it's not as bad as I feared, or we're not really at the Box yet, one or the other. One of the big things we kept talking about when we came here was this place called the Box, and we're really quite worried about it. They told it's like a big oven, and you can really see how it can be like that, because you're just absolutely surrounded in every direction by these huge towering rocks, and there's just room for a creek and a little path that runs alongside it. It's really spectacular, but fortunately there's a nice breeze coming through here, and it's of course a nice dry heat. The chill of the water's kind of rising in the air as well, and it's not too bad. So actually this is one of my favourite spots of the canyon walk so far. I might retract that statement in another hour or so of this, but let's carry on and see.
Toasty.
Are we nearly there yet?
Well, about half an hour ago I said that I was actually quite enjoying the Box. It wasn't too hot, pretty scenic. Now it's starting to be a bit of a struggle. Look at my hikers' faces.
Yay.
Yeah, they're loving it.
This is my favourite bit.
We could easily hike back here tomorrow. Easy.
Back to the falls.
Yeah, it's just, probably just need a little water bottle. It's nothing.
So I'd just like to point something out here from the last hike. Every time I pull a camera out, John perks up and says something like that. And as soon as the camera goes away, he's slumped over. Oh man, it's hot. Don't be fooled.
Pick up.
It's bad to have your feet completely soaked.
That's pretty hardcore, Dad. That's pretty hardcore.
Oh, no problem. You got some soap? Feels really good.
Well, we've just made it out of the Box after a grueling 90 minutes. I can tell you it was unbelievably hot in there, and it just seemed never ending. You'd think round the next turn it's going to end, and it didn't. But we've just come to this sign here, and we just met a gentleman coming the other way, and he said he was coming from Phantom Ranch, and it was about a quarter of a mile away, which is unbelievable news, because we're all really flagging now. We're kind of sick of trail food, we're running out of liquids, and dinner's not far away. We've got a 5 o'clock seating, and we've been going well over 10 hours, so we are very much looking forward to putting down our rucksacks and getting to the mythical Phantom Ranch, and we're nearly there.
Easy.
No problem.
What are we going to do in the afternoon?
Okay, let's see what's around the bend here. What a welcome sign.
Excuse us. Quite nice.
What's the time, Dad? Just after 3, so 10.5 hours. 10.5 hours to get here.
And it feels like every hour just now. We made it.
Are you still thinking you want to come back and do this again?
What I'm thinking is, we're only halfway. We've got to get out.
Oh God.
What you made
So we're at Phantom Ranch. We've had our steak dinner,
I was going to put my tent down.
and now we've come down to the serious business of the day. Whist.
No, it's not whist, it's the World Whist Championship.
And as usual, the scorer is winning.
Hey, Texas.
How's John doing?
Better than me.
John is second.
Oh,
Who's third?
so
Martin's third.
we'll
There's only
zoom
one
in.
person who hasn't got it right.
We still have 23 rounds to
Yeah,
go.
there's a ways to go yet.
I don't want to get too cocky early.
Yep.
I only do that in the late rounds.
Yeah, we'll come back when John's smugness starts. Final scores. What's the final scores?
Was John 114,
Can we change
Richard
the game?
89, you got 88, and I got 80.
So the winner is
What was the
Your
final?
man there.
So I won.
114.
you won quite convincingly.
Plays 89.
What do you say we change the game to something a little bit more challenging? Do you have any other games you can show me? It's called beginner's luck.
So it's the next morning now, the first morning in Phantom Ranch, and we've stayed in this 10-person dormitory here. Guaranteed a great night's sleep with 10 folks. John's reading a book about Over the Edge, Death in the Canyon, gripping accounts of all known fatal mishaps in the Grand Canyon. Nice. And we are about to foolishly get up and do a 2 to 3 hour hike to take a look down at Phantom Ranch Overlook. And John's going to keep reading.
Yes, that's my story.
Reading.
Reading.
Let's do it. Well, we spent a few minutes climbing. Felt like about a few hours. And there, below us, is Phantom Ranch.
So, show them where we've got to go tomorrow.
Yeah, that thing over there. That can't be that far, can it?
Doesn't look anything, does it?
This is our second day in the Grand Canyon, and we've finally seen the river that made it. The Colorado River, down there.
After about 15 miles of hiking, finally get to see the river.
Looks like we can see the South Kaibab Trail and the bridge just below us now, where John and I came up. Now we can see all the way down the east side of the canyon. Incredible view. And then down here is the bridge we'll be walking across tomorrow.
South Kaibab Bridge is hidden, isn't it?
Yeah, South Kaibab's down there. That's our bridge. And all we've got to do is go up there, up to the visitor centre, and our car that's somewhere up there. We've started the descent on our little morning hike, and going uphill was quite hard work at places, especially where there was a bit of sun on the trail, really hot, sweaty. But going down, brings back some bad memories of muscle aches and all sorts of things that aren't really working anymore.
Thank goodness for the poles. Take the weight.
Yeah, so we're walking down like old gits with their walking sticks now, just trying to use your arms as much as possible. But it's not too far, so it shouldn't take long. Dad's found the only armchair in the Grand Canyon.
Give me a beer.
Well, we've made it all the way from up there down to the Colorado River, and is the rafts. This man is going to hike up the Grand Canyon tomorrow. It's 3:30 in the morning at Phantom Ranch, and we've got our backpacks packed. We're out of the dorm and we're ready to start our hike. We decided to get going early. We had breakfast booked, early breakfast. It was booked for 5 AM, but it's not quite early enough for us. So we're going to get started now and try to do as much as possible before that sun comes up, because it becomes so much harder when that happens. So let's do it. Well, you probably can't see much, but you might be able to see I'm walking on the Silver Bridge, and down there is the Colorado River, although you probably have to take my word for that. But this takes us across the river, which means now we're finally starting to do the south rim part of the Grand Canyon, and a little bit closer to where we left the car. First mile or so, and we're just following the river, actually downhill at the moment, getting closer to the river again, which is a bit frustrating because we're ready to go up, and this trail is just kind of meandering around and delaying the inevitable. So hopefully we'll be going up pretty soon.
Procrastination trail, just like you said.
Procrastination trail, yeah. Oh, the camera's on, hold on.
Wow. This is easy, John, isn't it?
Yeah.
What a dream hike.
I'm almost tempted to go back to the river and touch the bridge and back. Make it a little more challenging.
We're just completing the first tricky bit of the hike. Our first real switchback that's taking us out of the inner canyon. It's just been zigzag, zigzag, zigzag all the way up the hill. And after all those switchbacks, I think I've earned my first cliff bar of the day. Oh joy. Look on Dad's face, says he's really enjoying it too.
I'm on camera. Ah, wow, beautiful morning. Whew. I slept so well last night.
All 2 hours of it, huh? They were a great 2 hours.
Did you notice the guy below me, next to me, and above your dad were snoring like bears?
They weren't the only ones, John.
I was snoring?
I don't know, it's difficult to tell. Sounds like it.
I felt like I didn't sleep at all. It was so hot too. It had to be about 90 degrees in there. It was like an oven.
Yeah.
Nice restful morning.
Come outside to cool down. So we went to a talk yesterday by a ranger who was telling us that the Bright Angel Trail is nice and shaded. It won't get sunny until about 11 o'clock. We can see Dad's entering the sun there with his hat on. It's 6:05 AM. Oh boy. It's 7 o'clock now and we're at the halfway point, Indian Gardens. Fantastic to be here so early. It just took 3 hours to get this far. It's been a pretty different hike from the way down where we were stopping every 2 minutes. We've been a bit more driven. Ever since we've been down the bottom 2 days ago, it's not escaped anyone's attention for a minute that we've got to get back up. and muscles have been getting sorer and temperatures have been getting hotter, and we've been worrying about it more and more, but now we're here. I'm very pleased to be doing the hike on the way up. So the good news is we're halfway there. The bad news is we've only done 1/4 of the elevation, so 3/4 still to go. So we walked a little bit further from Indian Gardens, and behind me is what looks like a completely vertical wall of rock that we keep getting closer and closer to, and eventually we're going to have to start climbing up. So that bit about the steepness, I think it's going to kick in very soon. The cheek! Hey! That's my pack. Scram! Let's just take a look at this hole here. Watch out, you get caught again here.
That might happen while I was up in the bathroom. I don't know.
That is a squirrel attack.
Three miles to go.
Come on, Richard. Every step is one step nearer to that Vegas buffet.
I'm there.
"3 miles from civilization," and he's already back on his bloody cell phone.
Got 46 emails.
Okay, big step down.
Big step down.
Step down.
Step down.
Howdy, partner.
Hey. We're at the 1.5 mile rest house now. So we're nearly there. The last section was quite tough. I think even if I'd turned the camera on John as he was walking up, he wouldn't be able to do his little jig like he normally does. It was pretty hard. We saw somebody been rescued by helicopter, and it got so bad that I even cracked open the goo and had a couple of those. A couple. Yeah, it was that bad.
Double goo.
Double goo, double trouble.
Yeah, there's still beef jerky to go.
John, have you opened the beef jerky yet, or is it going to go rim to rim unopened?
I'm saving it for the plane.
We're nearly there now. There goes the trail up there. There's some air conditioning. Bring it on. And this is it. So 25 miles. We are at the top of the Grand Canyon. But up these stairs, I think. How you feeling?
Top of the world, we made it.
Right. So this morning we woke up at Phantom Ranch in a 10-person dormitory with no flush toilets and about 100 degrees, and now we're in Caesar's Palace, tucking into prime rib, all-you-can-eat buffet. We have the pass, all-you-can-eat for 24 hours in Vegas. So perfect Grand Canyon recovery. Cheers.